Hello and welcome, my friends. This is a very unique episode because we will be doing so many things from going to see things in the church, trying new hobbies, going inside of the mall, just showing you that there is life inside of Siberia. We do have cities, we do have civilization, and there is so much to do in cities like Irkutsk. Please stay tuned. I really appreciate your support, and please do consider subscribing if you are not subscribed yet. Let's go. It is a big misconception that we have nothing here in Siberia, and that's why today we're going to take a small stroll through the city of Irkutsk. Irkutsk, in my opinion, is the most beautiful city in all of Russia, but it is certainly the most beautiful city in Siberia. It is known as the Paris of Siberia, and today we're going to start in the center and span out to see what kind of things you can do during winter months. The views in this city are absolutely fantastic. There's a river Angara that runs through Irkutsk. So actually we're on one side of the river right now, and you can see behind me how beautiful the city looks, and it's now just getting ready for Christmas, so they're starting to decorate it with Christmas vibes. So check this out and we'll head into the mall. We are on the fourth floor of this mall, and this is usually where people eat. This is where the chow halls are, right? And about a month ago, we had our first Vkusno i Tochka in Irkutsk. It actually just opened, so there's a lot of people waiting in the lines across on the other side. From what I can tell, I mean, McDonald's is still a big hit, obviously with the Russian name. Let's go look around and see what other kind of restaurants exist here. There are very few restaurants that didn't change their name in Russia, and actually Burger King is one of them. You can see it still has the same name, it still has the same logo. Compared to the McDonald's that had to change its name, Burger King has kept it. There's also another one behind, another American restaurant that kept the same name, and I want to see if you guys can guess what it is just by looking at the logo. Now, this is one of the American brands that changed its name. I'm not really sure how you were going to pronounce that, but it's Rostix or something. So here in Russia, it's changed its name, but I think the logo looks similar to the original. Can you guess what the original name is? You know, Burger King didn't have to change its name. This one did. Comment below what you think this one is. Do you guys recognize the Cinnabon? You know, it feels like this is more of an American mall than it was when I was living in the United States. A lot of people really didn't gather at malls anymore to eat or to go buy things, whereas at least the food court is very packed in Russia. I know that the brand behind me is well known around the world, right? This is Levi's, but I'm gonna show you a brand that perhaps you've never seen in all of Russia, maybe. I feel like this is the first time I've seen it. We're gonna go take a look at it, and it's probably the most unique name you've ever seen. So remember, this is Levi's, this is an American brand. Let's go look at something Russian. This has to be perhaps the most iconic name for any store. You can see Putin Team Russia. You'll get to see the title on the outside, but this is a collection that was presented to the President of the Russian Federation in 2020, and in 2021 the store opens. Have you ever seen this store in one of your Russian cities? I'm not sure, because I've seen it already only once, and it's been in Irkutsk. Putin Team Russia. I really believe that this is super Russian, right? There's a lot of stores that have American style of clothing, but in this store you really get the essence of Russia. For instance, just these thicker coats, even the coloration that are used, these are for winter obviously, but for me it's just so iconic. If you come and see this, to read on the clothes, Putin Team. And here's another one with the obviously Putin Team Russia, but look at the colors, right? This is so Russia. The three colors that you're going to see on almost anything having to do with Russia, the white, blue, and red. The collection is not only for men. There's a lot of things for women as well. So if you have a chance to come visit this store and you want some Putin Team Russia gear, you know where to find it in Irkutsk. Now, this mall is 4 floors high, and right now I'm going to the bottom floor because I have to go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna head outside and see what else the city has to offer. We're out of the mall now, and we're gonna take a walk down this little main avenue. But I want you to know that inside this mall, there's movie theaters, there's all sorts of fun games for kids, and you know, the normal thing. If you've seen one mall, you've seen them all. We have them. Let's continue on. Yes, we're already in Christmas here. And on this street, right outside of the mall, we have street performers who are playing the guitar. But across the street, there's also traditional architecture in Irkutsk. There's actually some cafes and a museum right downstairs. And this is just an example. Here in Irkutsk, there's so much history, from the foundation of the city to how Russia expanded into Siberia. This is a local museum, and you're looking at about 250 rubles just to come inside, and you can have some tour guides explain some things, but we're not going to spend the day today in the museums. We just want to let you know that you can do it. There's so much history in the city. Go and look at it. This is how it looks like. Okay. So I'm going to take you to perhaps the most iconic thing in this city, the river Angara. This is the river that is born in Lake Baikal, and it's only a walk away from the center here outside the museum. Let's go. Now this is the Baber, this is the symbol of the city. It is part of the coat of arms of Irkutsk, and this is basically what the statue that you're going to see before you go into this little pathway for pedestrians, right? It leads straight into the mall, and I love this part of the city because it holds a lot of the culture together. You get to see a lot of new architecture, a lot of old architecture, and the people enjoying the city. Behind me, you can see that this is the most central streets. You know, this is where all the streets collide. But unlike Novosibirsk or other cities in the Siberian region, you're not going to see a lot of traffic. You're not going to hear a lot of honking. This city is actually optimal for you to live because it has around 500,000 people, and it feels like a large village or a large town rather. We made it to the river Angara. And what do you like about this place?
I like what it's nice and peace because it's in the center, but it's still a little far, and you can have nice walk. In here you can see ducks and a lot of birds. It's really nice because in the city you can see real nature anyways.
So we made it. Now we want to show it to you.
And these ducks, about what I'm talking about, they peacefully swimming in the Angara. It's look nice, and people have nice walk and just enjoy weather and views.
It's not unusual to get questions like, can I practice my faith in Russia? Is there churches in Siberia? Well, yes, of course we have churches. Behind me is one of the most iconic churches, Orthodox churches here in the city of Irkutsk. But we also have Catholic churches, Jewish synagogues, we have Muslim mosques, we even have Buddhist temples. There are so many places where you can practice your faith. I did sit down with an Orthodox priest and kind of asked him a few questions. This is what happened. I want you guys to see it before we continue on in this little excursion inside of Irkutsk. A lot of people are so curious about the Orthodox Church here in Russia, and I have the pleasure of sitting down with the true man of the Orthodox Church, Father Yevgeny. Привет, здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
We are going to ask him some of the most important questions that you guys have written me over the months and years that I've been living here in Russia. A lot of you guys want to know more about the Orthodox Church, so let's get into it. So, Father, I'm really interested in knowing if you have ever encountered people from religions outside of Orthodoxy.
Да, это, слава Богу, в нашей большой многонациональной стране уживаются мирно люди, которые не только православными себя считают, но и люди, которые относят себя к другим религиозным течениям. Это и протестанты, и католики, и мусульмане. Мы живем в стране, где религиозная жизнь – это личное дело каждого. И считаем, что каждый имеет право на ту форму этой самой жизни религиозной, какую исповедует. Поэтому мы от этого только богаче становимся, когда видим вокруг себя по-настоящему верующих религиозных людей.
And what the Father has just told us is that Russia is an international country. He's met Muslim, Protestants, people from all religions. And he's basically letting us know that actually Russia is a place where you can come with your religion and practice what you want. There is no borders, there is no limitations to the religion that you can practice. But just so you know, he is an Orthodox father. He's a priest in the Orthodox Church. And I think it's important to sit down with the people of the churches and get their opinion on these subjects. Now, Father, we know that there are people who come from other religions. Have you ever known about someone who has converted to Orthodoxy from outside of the Orthodox Church?
Да, конечно, я встречал много людей, которые переходят из других христианских номинаций в православие, когда мусульмане принимают православие. Я сам многих крестил. Мне кажется, это естественно для нашей страны.
Now, this is fascinating. He's not only said that he's met other Christians who have converted to Orthodoxy, but also Muslims and people from outside the Orthodox religion have converted. But he also mentioned that he himself has baptized people into the Orthodox Church, which is fascinating. I'm telling you, I myself have been asked, hey, you must convert to Orthodoxy, you should be baptized into the Orthodox Church. And here I am sitting with a man whose job it is to bring people into the church. And by the way, this is an old city, guys. The city was founded in 1661, and this statue was erected in 2011 to mark the 350th year of the city's anniversary. We're just taking a stroll in one of the many parks in the city, because in this particular park, the eternal flame is for the city of Irkutsk. And I find it absolutely honorable of the Russian people to keep these flames on. And we also have one in Sludanka, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but the fire there is not on for some reason. But this is the main city, this is the capital of the Irkutsk Oblast. And if you've never seen an eternal flame inside of Russia, they are beautiful. Ours is under construction right now. They're redoing it, and we're just gonna have a look at it. It's actually getting a little chilly, so I have to put on my headgear. You can see in the background that they are in fact working on around the eternal flame. And this is something that I see here in this city. There's always improvements happening. It's always upgrading to the next level. I truly appreciate this about Irkutsk. It's not going to be a city that is going to leave behind its old architecture or its important monuments like this. It will take care of them. So you can see these guys are working even now in the beginning of winter, restoring the eternal flame. And here's a father taking his children to see the eternal flame. This is the pride of their country. They are actually putting the floor down. They're taking the old floor down and putting the new one. And in front of the eternal flame, if you pan to the right, you're going to see the fallen from the Great Patriotic War. I'm assuming that these men were from Irkutsk and they are immortalized on this wall.
If you don't know where you can go in this city, we have green line on the floor. You can follow it, and this stand will show some interesting place in the city. It will have some information and show your previous and next step. And you, like this, can follow this green line like me.
And right now we are following the green line on the floor to show you Ksenia's favorite church, huh?
Yes, it's my favorite. It's like Gothic style, I think. For me, it's really interesting because I love architecture, and it looks something special, I think.
And interestingly enough, it is a Roman Catholic church. Like I mentioned, there's churches from all types of religions. By the way, this is not a Russian vlog in a Russian city made way beyond Soviet time without an honorable mention to that guy, the Lenin. You can find him in many places all over Russian cities. You can find him in Irkutsk in about 10 plus locations where his head's showing or a statue. But let's go check out Ksenia's church.
And this church, what I'm talking about, I think it's really beautiful, and you can leave comment below if you think the same way, if it's beautiful or not.
And we're actually now going to meet a friend who's invited us, but especially Ksenia, to do something new. And what is that?
It's drums.
Yeah, you're gonna get to see Ksenia do something absolutely new. You know, there's so many hobbies in this city. There's so many new things that you can do. And today, Ksenia's gonna try something new, and you're gonna get to follow us as she tries her best to learn a little bit of drums.
Now we're here at the school, and it's our friend Barbara. She brings us in this place.
Hello everybody, yeah, you see? So these are our schools. In fact, we have 3 schools: the school of guitar, the school of drums, yeah, we're going down there, and one more school, but it is located in Karl Marx Street, yeah, it is the school of vocal. But my friend, you have chosen drums to try, yeah? So that's why we're going down there. I will introduce my teachers, and I hope you'll enjoy it.
Okay, let's go.
Go!
Раз, два, три, че. Раз, два, три, че. Раз, два, три. Брейк. Раз, два, три, че. Найс. Три, че. Раз, два, три, че. Раз, два, три. Брейк. Раз, два, три, че. Отлично, отлично.
I want to know what kind of people come here to learn. We were looking at the different age groups, but this class was particularly special because there were some people who were older, maybe in their 40s, some young ladies, and Ksenia. But from your experience, what kind of people come here?
Actually, I think everybody can come here because we learn everybody. Young people, old people, it doesn't matter.
When people hear that we're out here in Siberia, we're in Irkutsk, this is a place where not a lot of people even know about. You know, Moscow, St. Petersburg, these are cultural hubs for the Russian people, but actually this is why this video is being made, so that you can see the kind of things that we do here. Can you tell us why people actually come to your school to learn the different instruments?
I think firstly is it's because they love drummers, rock music. Sometimes people come here because they want to stressed out.
Yeah, they're stressed out.
And for hobby, just for hobby. Yeah.
Nice. So you see, there's so many people actually that come here. I saw myself when I was sitting here. Some people look professional. They look like they just came out of work. Some young ladies who want to try something new. There's so many things that you can actually do in the city of Irkutsk. Thank you, Nadia, for having us and being a great teacher. Anything you'd like to say to the people?
Ребята, иркутяне, приходите сюда, да, к нам, вне школы барабанов, в общем-то. Да, ждем вас. Пробное занятие, первое занятие бесплатное. Вот, Богдана Хмельницкого, 31. Ждем вас.
What did you guys think about Ksenia's performance? You know, we've been to the mall, we've been to Angara, we showed you a little bit of the type of museums that you could find. Yes, by the way, there is restaurants in the mall, but I'm going to give you guys a clue with my background as to what we're going to eat right now. And if you know countries' flags, yes, this is green, white, and red. So comment below what type of restaurant you think we're going to go eat at right now. And if you guessed Italian food just because the green, white, and red, yes, obviously this is the color of the Italian flag, but it also is the color of the Mexican flag. And I would not be eating Italian food over Mexican food, even if it's in Russia. You know, they don't have the best ingredients, but they do have a decent hot sauce. So let's go inside and eat. The name of the restaurant is called Rio Grande. This is a river that lays between the United States and Mexico, so it's an iconic name.
They bring my food, I order steak, and honestly it don't look like a steak in Mexico, even not close.
I had to order something like a chicken quesadilla. There was not really a lot of authentic Mexican food on the menu. There's not a lot of Mexican, like, real food. Now, I know it's Russia, but they don't really have even tacos here. They have no tacos that are the staple of the Mexican food, so I'm just gonna eat this chicken quesadilla with some potato fries. And it's not healthy. It's not Mexico. To make the food a little bit tastier, I drenched it with a lot of hot sauce. Now, the food, again, is not that bad, but at least we get to eat next to this Mexican emblem and a national hero, Pancho Villa. We just finished eating. It was not so bad, although obviously it's not even close to being authentic. And what do you think?
I start miss about Mexico more because in Mexico it's more delicious. They made it like exactly like in Mexico. They just made the Russian food.
Yeah, it's pretty much Russian food, but if you want to see real Mexican food, here's a clip of Ksenia making some handmade tortillas. Signing off from the city of Irkutsk. We hope you enjoyed this little tour. We hope you realize that there is quite a few things to do here in Siberia.
Con esta y con esta no. Con esta no. Nada más se le da vuelta. Y con esta, Alberto, ayúdame.
So she's saying just turn it with one hand.
Con esta mano izquierda.
With left, you will turn it with your left hand. With your right hand, you will hit it.
Fija la izquierda.
With left hand, you will turn.
Okay.
And with the right hand, you will hit it.
Oh.
Dile más rápido para que
A little bit faster.
No, déjala, para que
No,
no
a
se seque.
little bit faster. Don't worry.
I can do only like
Yes, like that.
Ya está.
Lo hizo muy bien, eh?
Muy bien, sí.
You did it really good.
La primera.
I've never done it this good. A ver, ya.
It's okay, ya.
Put it on your hand.
Ya.
Ahora,
Ahora,
no, ahora con esta mano, con esta por la. Esta.
Now put it on that hand.
Ajá.
y
Ahora
por acá. Aquí.
en medio.
In the middle.
Ajá, eso.
Wow.
Ahora, en un momentito. y
Look
pones
at-
así.
Que vea el color, dile, que vea el color.
When it's little fry, I must turn on.
You have to
Sure.
see. You have to wait. Look at the color.
Uh-huh.
It'll tell you when it's ready.
Cambia de color.
Con tu mano, pum, voltea.
You have
Que ya la- que
ya la
Just
que
like this.
Ajá,
Ya,
ya.
es ok.
go. Press harder.
No,
Hard.
se le va a inflar, ¿eh?
Deja que se infle. Que se infle, sí se va a inflar.
And the same
Sí
now?
sirve mi
Ah,
máquina.
mira.
Whoa.
Give her a hug. Give her a hug.
Thank you.
Oh. Otra
Muy bien,
tortilla.
Muy bien.
You did good.
Gracias. Wow.
Ahora, now, cuando esté lista, ya la agarra y la pone acá,
Y
¿eh?
que se la coma.
I should put it there?
Cuando te diga Chelita. Usted dice cuando, Chelita.
Listo.
Okay, grab it.
Es ok.
Ya, aquí se ve el color. Ya está.
It's ready.
Put it back and grab it.
Like this?
That, now grab it.
Ya.
Put it.
Oh.
Nice.